So how much money did I make on my $500 flip car? Well, before we can talk about exactly how much I brought in, this is the first time I've made a profit selling a car, at least this quickly. You see, this car had a unique story, which I talked about a little bit in one of the previous episodes. It is actually quite difficult to get a car for $500. This one happened because my pops called and the neighbors knew that I worked on cars, and they had taken the car into the dealership because it was leaking. And upon taking it to the dealership, they got a $3,300 quote for a bunch of stuff on the car. One of which was the leak, the water pump. Well, he asked me, does this quote make sense? So I spent a little bit of time, I looked it up and I said, yeah, this makes sense at a dealership. This is about what I would imagine they'd charge. You see, I'm kind of a jokester. So I told my dad, I'm like, you know what? I'd buy it for 500 bucks, joking, knowing that the car probably wasn't worth that much money. And I left it at that. A few days later, I get a call from my dad. You see, my dad says, well, guess you bought a car for 500 bucks or something like that. Basically, he said that they were willing to sell it. So I was like, well, shoot, I haven't even really looked at the car or done anything. I'd like to come by and take a look at it. So I scheduled an appointment to come by and take a look at it. See, I kind of had a couple of different motives here. My son was looking for his first car and I thought, well, this would be a great cheap car for him. But on the day that we went to look at it, he actually bought a broken car that morning, a BMW of all things, like all of my BMWs. So here I am, I've already agreed to buy this car thinking I was buying it for him. Well, I was gonna let him buy it, but regardless. And now I'm halfway committed. So I get there to look at the car and it's actually pretty darn clean. I'm like, all right, cool. I bet I could sell this for 500 bucks and I'm sure I can fix everything. Then she hands me the title, salvaged. Damn it. I had already agreed on price, we had exchanged money, but I didn't look at the title like an idiot. Oh well. I buy the car, bring it home, and I start digging into repairs. Ordered a bunch of parts from different retailers online, and what was $3,300 in repairs, I was able to accomplish for a lot less. So let's start tallying up exactly what I paid. Purchase price was actually $500. Registration, $69.80. My first set of repairs, I replaced the cabin air filter, the engine drive belt for $67.01. I was gonna say the driver's door lock, but I actually ordered the wrong part, wound up sending it back, and I didn't fix that. I changed out or did a power steering flush, coolant, headlight restoration. I painted the wheels and cleaned them up really nice, 120 bucks. Timing belt, water pump, tensioner kit, and 2 front shocks, $255. In the junkyard, I picked up a right rear tail light for it for $47.93. Picked up a sun visor, brand new, the right side sun visor was falling off, for $38.95, straight from Korea. The rear shocks, $82.85. And the plastic clips, windshield washer nozzles, and a bunch of miscellaneous broken things under the hood for $47.76. So at this point, I've got a grand total of $1,228.90. Not much. So what did I do? I listed it for 3,500 bucks, thinking, well, let's see what'll happen. I got a ton of lowballs in the teens, in the low 2000s, and then finally, somebody offers me 2,700 bucks. He didn't actually offer me 27 right away. I don't know what it is with this new way of negotiating on Facebook. It's weird. One, it doesn't seem like anybody except old people like me put their cars on Craigslist. $5 isn't exactly a huge charge to put it on there. Virtually nobody puts a car on AutoTrader unless it's a really, really nice car. Even when I sold my truck, I sold that for $68,000 and I didn't get any leads from AutoTrader. It was worthless. I sold it from Craigslist to another old guy like me. When people want to buy something on Facebook, they see, oh, $3,500. Let me message them for $2,000. What the hell? Are you kidding me? At least this guy was halfway legit. He messaged me for $2,500. I had a goal in my head of around $2,700 bucks. I would be happy, which I was pretty close. So I said, hey, how about 29? Thinking, he's gonna come look at the car and then maybe he'll see how clean it is and we'll go from there. Nope, he came back at 27. I said, hell yeah, let's do it. So he shows up and 2,700 bucks, starts the car, drives away. No test drive, no nothing. The car was as clean as advertised. So I made a pretty decent profit. And in the end, it was a pretty easy experience. I made $1,471.10 in profit, of which I gave each of my boys $50, so leaving me with $1,371. I have already started to apply that into Project Black Pearl, my long-standing I'm spending too much money project. I also sold my X5, and I owned that car for about a year, and I sold it for about $300 less than I had into it. So I suppose at the end of the day, I'm still positive and a lot negative in other BMW repairs. So what should I try to find next to try to flip? I live in the Phoenix area and I want to fix something. I just don't know what. I really do like BMWs and have an affinity for fixing them. So maybe I'll find another broken BMW. I'm not sure. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.